E3 is approaching on June 9th, the biggest game convention will start, and now rumors suggest that we will indeed see a new Assassin's Creed at the show and that it will indeed launch this year. So let's get into it in this video. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. Let's start with the big one first. It comes from YouTuber SkillUp on his other channel Layman Gaming. Here he discussed the Walmart leak I already touched on in a video as well. If you're not familiar, Walmart Canada put up a ton of potential unannounced E3 games, including a new Assassin's Creed title for 2018. They also put up Rage 2, and well, Bethesda later announced that game, so they kind of confirmed that this leak is correct. And now a few moments before this recording, the LEGO DZ Villains game has also been confirmed, and that was also put up by Walmart. And you would think they cannot make that up, right? And now we also got a SkillUp saying the following regarding the Assassin's Creed Walmart leak.
Next up we had Assassin's Creed. Now, Assassin's Creed, I've been hearing rumors myself of an Assassin's Creed game coming out this year. It's not confirmed. I'm hearing rumors about its location as well, which I'm not going to talk about yet, but I've heard about it's coming this year and I heard it's in a pretty cool location.
So he just casually dropped that he heard a new Assassin's Creed game is coming this year in a prequel location. Of course, the rumors prior to this suggest that the new game is set in Greece, like more than 100 years after Origins. SkillUp then later touched on his Ubisoft sources again when he talked about the Splinter Cell listing that also appeared on Walmart Canada.
Splinter Cell has been rumored to be in development for a while. Now, I have quite a few sources at Ubisoft. I've spoken to a lot of them. Not a single one of them that I've spoken to knows about a Splinter Cell game. But I've heard so many rumors.
Tell Ralph,
no, but
the
thing is, my Ubisoft sources are actually pretty good with me, and they tell me shit. The Assassin's Creed information I won't spoil because it comes from a pretty good source that I won't undermine. But
so he sounds quite sure that the sources he has are legit, and it would of course fall in line with the Walmart rumor as well. So I thought it was totally interesting to share this, but again, nothing is announced at this point. But it just goes on the pile of many things that point towards a new Assassin's Creed game coming rather sooner than later. We got some other interesting things going on as well, like the official community streams for Assassin's Creed Origins that are suddenly stopping 1 week before E3. So normally every week Dan Grace from the community team and then Dominique would stream, but the last months they have been less consistent and now they decide to end the Origins stream like at all. And during the stream, it also sounds like they end a chapter, moving on to the next one.
Tons of great stuff coming up for Assassin's Creed as always. Tune in on June 6th for Dom's stream and the final community stream. It's been awesome. It's been super fun. Honestly, one of the best experiences of my life so far.
And of course, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but this in combination with the Origins comics that were delayed multiple times but still got to end before E3 suggests that they want to move the focus away from Origins for something else. I mean, think about it this way, if they announce a new game at E3 and still stream Origins after the reveal, everyone would be asking then questions about the new game that they all can't answer, because of course they want to keep some things a secret as well. I mean, you could turn it around as well. Why would they stop streaming Origins if there was no new game at E3 this year? It is too fishy, like why would they decide to quit right now? I mean, the only reason I can think of is that you don't want to promote Origins if you have this other game coming really soon. We also got this interesting little article from Jason Schreier over on Kotaku with all the E3 press conferences. So, if you're not familiar, Jason is the guy who leaked many Assassin's Creed games in the past, like Unity, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, that was then called Victory. But he kind of moved away from leaking games before they are announced, because he does not want to take away the announcement from the developers, because of course for the developers it's a big moment, and to have someone leak that, it's not really fun. So going back to his E3 schedule article, because he does note in the Ubisoft section that they might show a new Assassin's Creed game. And no Watch Dogs or something else, no Assassin's Creed. So I totally think it's possible that he knows more, but he just simply does not want to ruin the announcement. And this is like a small way of like implying that it's possible for sure. Then we got another interesting thing that happened. I mean, I'm just browsing the internet, doing a lot of research, and I see all those things, so I thought it was interesting to share. We got a poll by the Mentors Guild, a group of community mentors that is affiliated affiliated with Ubisoft, so they have direct contact with the company. And they posted a poll about annualized releases, like if you would like the Assassin's Creed franchise to return to a yearly release schedule it was on before. The Mentors Guild will then send the info they got to Ubisoft and they will then take a look at it. I think the timing is rather interesting, like why ask this now? Because maybe Ubisoft plans to do this again and they already want to see the response beforehand, so they can then already think of ways to counter it. So yes, still, it is unconfirmed that we will see a new Assassin's Creed game at E3 2018 and that it will release this year, but there are more and more things pointing towards this new game at least being at the biggest gaming convention in June. So either at the Microsoft show on June 10th or at Ubisoft's own conference on June 11th. I mean, if there is a new Assassin's Creed game at E3 2018, we will totally see it at Ubisoft, obviously, but we might see it sooner than that, just like with Origins that was announced at the Xbox show as well. And now with Skill Up, very confident saying, yeah, it's coming at the end of 2018. And you would think Ubisoft also needs a holiday 2018 game, right? I mean, looking at the track record, they always want to release something in the holiday season when a ton of people are spending money. But where does this holiday game from Ubisoft fit? Because October is getting really crowded and we of course got the juggernaut called Red Dead Redemption 2 in the middle of it all. So I already tweeted about this after the Battlefield 5 announcement because they are going to launch on October 19th, so between Call of Duty and Red Dead Redemption 2. So there's not a lot of room left because you don't want to compete with either of these big titles. Only the first week of October seems like an option if you want a more guaranteed success, and that would be Friday, October 5th. Because as you see, the other big launches are also on Friday, and Origins, for example, also launched on a Friday. And October 5th would be way sooner than a normal release window for, let's say, a new Assassin's Creed game. They normally release at the end of October or mid-November. But Assassin's Creed Syndicate, for example, launched October 23rd. So generally speaking, this would be 2 weeks before Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I mean, it's rather soon, but then you are in front of Red Dead Redemption 2. Because I think the biggest takeaway from this crazy October month is that you don't want to release your game after Red Dead Redemption 2. And I think this is especially the case for an open world game because you will get compared, and even if this new Assassin's Creed game or this other Ubisoft Fall game is going to be awesome, you will not win it from a Rockstar game with their 1,000+ developers working on this game for many years. I mean, even Call of Duty moved away from their regular November spot and now we only have this new Pokemon Switch game on November 16th. That looks pretty cool, by the way. And I would not be surprised if this new Fallout game that was just announced, Fallout 76, would take a spot in mid-November as well, just like Fallout 4. I mean, how Bethesda is rolling this announcement from Fallout 76 out is almost identical to Fallout 4, so I expect them to aim for this mid-November release date as well. They do not seem to care that much, and Fallout is really huge. And I would say pretty different from Red Dead, less so than Assassin's Creed, although Assassin's Creed is of course moving more in an open world RPG direction. So I think if Ubisoft wants to put out a game this fall, it's going to be October 5th for the most guaranteed success, and of course if the developers of this new game can hit that. And this new game is either going to be The Division 2 that should launch before April 2019, but I see that more as a early 2019 game, 3 years after the original, and that worked out really well for The Division 2. It's the biggest launch Ubisoft ever had, so that would leave this unannounced game they will announce at E3 as the fall game, so that could totally be a new Assassin's Creed. I can't say it enough though, nothing is confirmed at this point, but we will know it really soon at E3 2018. I just thought it was interesting to bring this to your attention, speculate about it. That's what I really like to do. And I love this sort of hype pre-E3 season. The biggest gaming convention is coming. People are already announcing their games and there is way more stuff to come. I will be going as well. Ubisoft invited me to go with them and that is great, so I can bring you a ton of exclusive gameplay from all their games. So if there will be a new Assassin's Creed, I will have a ton of coverage here on the channel for sure. So totally subscribe to miss nothing regarding that and way more E3 2018 coverage. Drop a like to support the channel, check out my recent Assassin's Creed video on that Walmart leak, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.